Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we dive deep into personal finance with a twist, learning from real life stories. I'm talking about my top 5 money mistakes and the eye-opening lessons they brought into my life. I think number 4 is the toughest one. This is not just about sharing, it is about preventing you from making the same mistakes. So grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's get started. Hello, I'm Ohan, also known as Ohan the Money Doctor. If this is your first time in this channel, thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm a doctor of economics and a certified financial planner professional with over 20 years of financial industry experience. This YouTube channel is about simplifying personal finance. Let's start with mistake number 1, buying a car with a high interest loan. Starting my journey in the United States, I was thrilled to get my first car. Fresh off the boat and eager to fit in, I walked right into a classic financial pitfall, financing a car with a sky-high 14% interest rate. Looking back, it seemed like the only option at the time. After all, I needed a car, didn't I? But here is where it gets interesting. I soon realized that a car, especially under those terms, is more of a money sink than an essential asset. Sure, the year, make, and model play a role in its value. Yet as Kelley Blue Book highlights, the largest value drop happens in the first year, with most cars losing about 20% or more of their initial value. And the depreciation doesn't stop there. By the end of 5th year, you are looking at a loss of around 60% of car's original price. Here is why buying a new car with high interest rate auto loans is like pouring money down the drain. Struggling with high monthly payments and insurance costs was a wake-up call for me. The lessons I learned are crucial. First, high interest can quickly become financial burden. And second, it is not about the car you drive, but the financial stability you are driving towards. If I could do it all over again, I would prefer a cheaper, reliable car, cutting out the need for a loan or at least minimizing it. And as for impressing others, the truth is the only person you should aim to impress with your financial decisions is your future self. Mistake number 2, not saving in my early 30s. Next up is a lesson I learned a bit too late. The importance of saving and investing in my early 30s. You might be wondering why I started thinking about investing only in my early 30s, and not when I was younger, like in my 20s or even my teenage years. Well, the story is pretty simple. Back in my home country, where I lived until I was 28 years old, investing in the stock market wasn't available like it is available here in the US. Then I moved to the US as I won a green card lottery. Yes, there is a lottery run by the US State Department. Winning this was like getting a pass to start a new adventure in a place where I could finally learn and make investments. But at the core, I wanted to come to US to learn English and see if this place was full of opportunities, as everyone says. Before I started investing, picture this. I'm working at a bank by day and moonlighting as an Uber and Lyft driver by night. Sounds like a money-making machine, right? Wrong. Despite this cash flow I was getting, I was living in the moment, spending money lavishly left and right and saving virtually nothing. The real kicker, I was only contributing the bare minimum to my 401k, just enough to get that employer match. No other investments, no other savings. But I guess I was not alone, and even now many Americans continue living without any savings. Here is a shocking statistic about it. According to Bankrate's 2024 Emergency Savings Report, more than 1 in 3 Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Over time, and thanks to the insightful people around me, a hard truth hit me. Time is money's best friend, and I had just ghosted it. Financial independence seems like a distant dream, but here's what I learned. Start early, even if it is a small amount. Embrace the power of compounding interest and never underestimate the impact of living below your means. It's not about how much you earn, but how much you keep and grow. Mistake number 3, staying in a career comfort zone, underestimating my worth, and staying too long in the same job. In my culture, job hopping is seen as risky, almost taboo. So when I landed my first and only corporate job in the US, I thought I was set for life. I couldn't have been more wrong. Staying longer with the same employer meant missed opportunities for salary increases. By not exploring new opportunities, I essentially left money on the table. Money that could have been saved and invested to grow. The turning point for me was realizing that it's not just about the salary, but also personal growth, financial well-being, and most importantly, job satisfaction. Changing jobs doesn't mean you are disloyal. It means you are strategically managing your career and by extension, your finances. Before we dive into mistake number 4, which I believe is a major mistake that many of us make, if you are finding this video helpful so far, give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. Also, please comment below on any financial or just life mistakes you or someone you know have made or are making. Don't hesitate to ask questions. I might answer them in one of my upcoming videos. And now, mistake number 4, withdrawing from my 401k. Alright, let's talk about a tough one, borrowing from my 401k. It felt like a quick fix to a problem. Need cash? Just borrow from future me. Except the future me was not thrilled. Besides borrowing, I also withdrew from my 401k early, which means I missed out on potential growth and sabotaged my retirement. The lesson I learned was crystal clear. Build an emergency fund. It is not the most exciting financial move, but it is a lifesaver when you are in need. Keep your retirement savings for your retirement. Your future self will throw you a thank you party. Mistake number 5. Riding the stock market roller coaster by picking and choosing individual stocks. Last but not least, I tried my hand at beating the stock market by investing in individual stocks. The excitement of selecting stocks, watching their prices rise, and dreaming of wealth was intoxicating. Eventually, the crash came as those same stocks declined. I've been on this roller coaster and believe me, it is far from enjoyable. My perspective shifted dramatically when I discovered the wisdom of investing giants like John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard Group and the pioneer of index investing, Burton Markiel, who unveiled the complexities of stock market in his book A Random Walk Down Wall Street. Tony Robbins' insight in Money Master the Game also profoundly changed my approach to money management. Below this video, you will find links to these books among my other favorites, which I consider essential reading for anyone on the path to financial well-being and freedom. These books were more than just reads. They were my gateway to understanding true investing. The most valuable lesson I learned was the importance of diversification and the power of index funds. It is not about outsmarting the market. It is about growing steadily with it over time. Forget the attractiveness of day trading and focus on the long-term approach. Your portfolio and your blood pressure will thank you. And remember, even the greatest investor of all times, Warren Buffett, thinks that picking stocks is hard. And if you continue, right below this Morningstar headline, it summarizes all. Great investing opportunities are rare, which is why indexing makes sense for most investors. The key is that the winners are not the ones who pick and choose, but the ones who buy and hold. And even Buffett's late partner Charlie Munger acknowledged this. The big money is not in the buying and selling, but in waiting. As I always say, investing wisely does not have to be complicated. There you have it. 5 money lessons learned through sweat, tears, and fair bit of financial headache. Each mistake was a stepping stone to greater knowledge and ultimately financial stability. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. Learn from others, start saving early, value yourself professionally, protect your future earnings, and invest wisely. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel for more insightful tips. If you haven't downloaded my free guide to jumpstart your investing and building wealth, it is available completely free, and I will leave the link in the description below. Together, let's make informed financial decisions and create a future we can all be proud of. See you in my next video.